Hi viewers, I'm your Dr. Kola. Welcome back to Dy.E.O series. There are requests from of your friends for preparing for Dy.E.O examination diet lectures to have videos in English. It's a welcome note from your side. So we will be seeing first paper, second chapter regarding education system, colonial and post-colonial. The colonial means at the time of the British people, what we call colonial, and that after that it's post-colonial. And before British rule, we can call it as a pre-colonial. And when we see in the education, Indian education system, we are the pioneers of education all over the world. Yeah, the education system of India, what we call is that earlier years, that is unknown period to 1000 BC. You see, we are unable to identify from which, how many years does the culture of, and tradition of Indian system of education has started. So we say that from unknown period to 1000 BC, what that exists is nothing but Vedic period. So I will be going point wise, point wise. So Vedic period of education is nothing but unknown period to 1000 BC. Yeah, I will not be going detail. I will be going point wise so that it will be useful for your examination. Right. So Vedic period is from unknown period to 1000 BC. And many historians say that Indian history and culture pertains to Vedic period. So whatever India's history and culture is nothing but it pertains to Vedic period. And what do you mean by Veda? Veda means knowledge. In Indian system of education, Veda means knowledge. Veda ante gnanam. So the word with, from which Veda or Vidya emerged. With means to know. Once again I repeat, with means to know, తెలుసుకోవడం, and with means also spirituality. With అన్నది సంస్కృత పదం. It's a Sanskrit word. You can say that with means to know, or with is nothing but spirituality. So we come to Vedic education. There are 4 Vedas. Everybody knows about that. The names of all the 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. So we'll have a glance at these 4 Vedas. Rig Veda, we call it as Veda of hymns, or we call it knowledge of verses, and it has 1008 hymns. Okay, it has 1008 hymns, and almost all these hymns are praising the Lord, praising the gods, Lord Agni, Lord Indra, and Lord Varuna. So this is about Rig Veda. Then coming to Yajur Veda. See, in Indian system or Indian culture, there are pujas, there are rituals, there are sacrifices. So what we can say that this Yajurveda is a Veda which deals with sacrifices. That is mantras and rituals, which is a part and parcel of Indian culture and tradition. Then coming to Sama Veda, so Vedas of melody, okay, music. Then lastly Atharva Veda, Veda of everyday knowledge. It's about intellectuality. It is about knowledge system. So this is about four Vedas. Usually, Vedic education says that, or Indian education system they says that education should lead to salvation. In Indian terminology, what we call it is a moksha. Moksha ante liberation from birth as well as death. To know the meaning of birth and death, right? Coming to Indian society during Vedic period, it was divided into 4 sectors: Brahmana, Brahmana, Kshatriya, then Vaishya and Sudra. But basically, these 4 were divided on the basis of work distribution. But later it turned into casteism, which is not acceptable, which was not there in the Indian tradition and culture or Indian system of education. So Brahmana was supposed to perform yajna, and yagas, right? To learn about yajna yagas, so the mantras and rituals, he has to follow the karma path of spirituality, and he has to follow the path of Brahman realization of truth. So these are the three things: yajna yaga and karma and Brahman. It's the duty of Brahmin. Then coming to Kshatriya, who are considered to be warriors, he used to be taught polity, martial arts, defense, and dharma shastra and arts also, so that he can defend the country, so that he can protect the country. Then coming to Vaishyas, basically what we feel is that whoever does business is Vaishya, but they were taught commerce, mathematics, agriculture, and geography. Sometimes you may feel, why geography? See, these Vaishyas used to travel from countries to do business. So knowing the knowledge of geography is very important. Then Sudras. Most of the times we think that this is a part and parcel of the system, where the fourth system is Sudra is nothing but to do work for others. Actually, they are supposed to help these three people to carry out other things, their work, and they are supposed to prepare handicrafts also. So ironically, it changed into a system of what we say casteism, but basically Indian system or Vedic period says that basing upon the work or labor, it was divided into this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. Then coming to Indian system of education, every individual has four stages in his life. Brahmacharya, right, at the time of education, then Grihastha, Ashrama, say after at the time of performing marriage and then entering into marriage life. Then Vanaprastha, after marriage, after performing all responsibilities, living to forest is called Vanaprastha. And lastly, Sannyasa, renouncing everything, renouncing the world. And very rarely we see this last one happening to be. So life was divided into four stages. Okay, you all know that Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Then coming to all these four stages, individual has to follow these four purusharthas, means ultimate goals of life. You see, an individual born in Indian society, when he follows the above four stages, he has to perform four purusharthas, which are called as ultimate goals of life. They are dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Dharma means righteousness, artha means prosperity, kama means pleasure, and moksha is liberation, ultimate thing. And coming to Brahmana, what we say in Vedic system, at what age education started? In Vedic system of education, education starts with Upanayana, when the Guru used to recite Gayatri Mantra in the ears of the students. And in Brahmanas, the age of what do you say, Upanayana was 8 years, and in Kshatriya it is 10 years, and Vaishyas it is 12 years. And you see, Sudras were not allowed to go for this thing. And these three sectors, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, were allowed for education. And to focus that, or to rightly mention that, women was having education, right to education at that time itself. And in Vedas, we have a note of two women scholars, Garge and Maitreyi were scholars. So no one has taught that women education should be followed. It is there in the system of Indian education. And when coming to Vedic period of education, we see that education was important to Gurukulas. And Gurukulas are nothing but where there used to be a guru and there used to be ashrama. And these ashramas used to be in secluded places, out in the forest, out in the nature, from the disturbance of the cities. And Guru was considered as Dy.E.O Maheshwara, Dy.E.O Maheshwara. Okay, so Guru was considered as a god, and a Guru is considered as complete embodiment of complete knowledge. And disciple used to reside with the Guru and used to carry out the regular choirs in the ashram, as well as they has to get their food by begging, and other time they used to have, what do you say, helping out the Guru in teaching and all this thing, and doing seva to Guru. And most of the medium of instruction is was orally. So Guru used to recite and Shishya used to listen, right? So oral way of teaching, right? And education objective of Vedic education is liberation. Okay, coming to the curriculum of Vedic period, we have used to have test. We are supposed to have Vedas, all the four books, then language, grammar, Veda mantras, Upanishads, Puranas, epics, philosophy, Ayurveda, maths, astronomy, logic, then arts, music, dance, and law. Almost every part was covered. And you see, and the medium of instruction in Vedic period is nothing but Sanskrit. Sanskrit was a rich language, was given by Aryans, right? And you see, the methods of teaching used to be three. The methods of learning used to be three ways: Sravanam, listening. Okay, Sravana means listening to the Guru, right? Then Mananam means when reciting ourselves, or meditation. Okay, whatever you listen, again you repeat yourself, it's Mananam. And Nidhi Dhyasanam. Okay, whatever you learned through Sravanam and after meditation, Mananam, putting it into practicalities, Nidhi Dhyasanam, right? This was the practice or teaching methods. And you see, teacher was in Gurukula system of education. Teacher was considered, education is considered nothing without teacher. It was life like a body without head. And teacher was given utmost respect, and he was called Acharya, Upadhyaya, Guru, Adi Guru. So this is the Vedic system. This is about Vedic system of education, where I tried to have a small things about different aspects. Hope that this will be useful for you. Signing off, Dr. Kola. We'll be back with another video. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.